Hey, top of the morning to you.
Yeah, it must be a Monday again.
Yeah, feels like a Monday.
It feels like I got to go to work to have a day off.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Well, ever since they started messing around our backyard, it's like, what do you do with all this stuff? Get rid of it.
Yep.
Start over.
Yep. You work harder at home than you do at work.
Yeah. So I was dealing with all that stuff. And then I have 2 Traegers in the backyard because I got a new one that had the Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And when I was moving it into the front to cook, because there's no way to cook in the back, I spilt a little container full of
the grease.
Yeah. So I had to go get my, cleaner to go wash that off. And I'm like, is someone going to turn me in because I'm using water?
I don't think the world's that bad yet.
It can be.
Yeah. It depends on your neighbor.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for them to turn me in because the trailer's in the front with that jacuzzi in it that I'm taking back to the place that I got it from. They want it to recycle it.
They're going to recycle the jacuzzi?
Yeah.
Or the trailer?
The jacuzzi. The trailer goes back up to the cabin for the pine needles.
Oh, it's a trailer.
It's a
trailer that carries things.
Yep.
Ugh.
Fun.
Nose itched.
Oh, that's good.
What's going on today?
Rates are up.
But don't they usually go up a little bit on Friday to hedge bets on the weekend?
Well, right now we broke the 50-day moving average.
Right.
And the next drop is about 80 points, and we're down another 40. So it's only another 41 points to hit that. See if we bounce off that.
And seriously, rates are still pretty damn good.
Yeah. I mean, that's a FHA still 4.5 for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right around there.
My God.
Yeah.
Mine was an adjustable at 8.5 on the LIBOR. Remember the LIBOR?
Yeah. London Overnight Rate Bank or whatever it was.
Indexed.
Yeah. It was a great index. I mean, let's go back to the World Savings Day.
It seemed to be the most stable at the time.
World Savings Days where they had that pick a pay. That actually was a great pick a pay. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. It
wasn't until other lenders who took it over and gave it to wage earners that was the problem.
Oh.
World Savings would only give it to business owners. And that was a great loan. I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't get a pick a pay because I wasn't a business owner. I was just a realtor.
That's still
I could have argued I was a business owner.
You are a business owner.
Yeah.
Because you were self-employed.
Well, and they knew I didn't really understand what pick a pay was because I just sat there and picked my nose.
Yeah, well, you just lost everybody now.
I know, boom, gone.
He picked his nose.
We had that one person.
Yeah, I actually had a few. But market today is just going to be like at any other week. It's going to go up and down. We don't know what's going on. The government is messing with things like they always do, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I read another irresponsible article.
Is it irresponsible?
Irresponsible. I think it's irresponsible that you manipulate numbers to make it look like something's actually happening. Prices are being slashed in the Bay Area. The median.
Right. We talked about that on Friday.
I know. And it's the house that you paid $2 million for yesterday. If it were to go on the market again today, it would sell for $2 million or maybe a little bit more.
Right.
The median may be slipping because fewer homes are selling.
Or fewer
high-priced homes are selling. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that the values are slipped.
No, it's just like Mark Twain said, there's lies, Dan lives, and then statistics, and that's what they're doing right now. Did you mute yourself?
I did.
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah. I know how to do that.
I know. I just double check. I just heard echo in here.
I just have to hit one button.
I make it easy for you.
Yeah, you do.
What else is going on? Let's see. Did I tell you my book is going to be coming out soon?
Yeah. Show the cover. I want to see the cover.
All right. Here's the cover.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So there you go.
Building personal wealth through home ownership.
And look at that. It's registered. So that means I own the trademark to that.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what Grant Cardone's got to say about that.
He thinks it's only for him.
Wealth.
Owning homes. Owning really big homes is only for them.
Yeah.
Them. Whoever them is.
The 1%.
Well, I think the problem is they only want to buy rental properties, most of them, so they have other people pay the mortgages for them and whatever. But didn't he just buy a $10 million property
something
in LA
like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could say hypocrite, but who am I? It's just like the whole. It's look over here. This is what you should be doing, but don't look at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But not many people sit on a plane to explain stuff to people.
How can you derail or try to derail home ownership? It's how we will build our own personal wealth. He's obviously building his through home ownership, Well, owning homes is still ownership, right?
Right. And as a landlord,
As a landlord,
in other places, because that's important to them. And I get it, but don't tell other people not to build personal wealth through home ownership, because that's how most people change their lives, change for, generations.
absolutely.
There's so many people I've helped that's the first generation they've owned a home in their family, and that's going to change forever. That means everybody else is going to own a home in that family.
1992, one of my proudest moments. Single mom, special needs daughter, and two daughters. One with special needs, working her butt off, working 2 jobs, trying to figure out how she's going to own a home because rents were going through the roof back then too. She needed some stability, so we figured out how to get her into a home. And when I handed her the keys and she started crying that she's a homeowner, one of the proudest moments of my life, and I follow up with her every now and then. She's still in the same home I sold her. So it's awesome. She's got some wealth there.
Right. But you also have to understand that you can't wait forever. What I mean by that is if you retired and now retired after 30 years of renting to buy a home, it might not happen. So do it early. Let's look at it now. There's, with the 9 million jobs that are still available out there, maybe you could go get a better job to make more money.
Right.
I talked to a lady last week when qualified. She made enough, but in her head, she didn't make enough. And now she has her master's degree. She works as case manager. And I told her, there's a large organization where my wife works and they always pay really well. You might want to look over there for what you're doing. And that's what her plan is, because when you're outside of California in the hospital industry, they don't pay you what they pay you in California.
Very true.
I came across a lady who was a nurse in the Bay Area. It's $114 an hour is what she made.
And boy, she puts in some hours, doesn't she?
She only worked 24 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people in some places do that. And then when they're asked to stay over, now it's overtime. And then again, it's double time. And so they make buck. A friend of Marcia's made $400,000 to him in working in ER at Kaiser.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't have said Kaiser, but in the emergency room, which is really the emergency department. Because
ER is going to be an interesting place to work.
Right. Well, again, it was that 24 hours, and anything over that is overtime. So
right.
That's just that contract stuff that's just I've never even heard of until I see what they do there, and it's like I don't know how they stay in business, but anyway.
Well, they do. I know how.
People
you
need
see those
healthcare,
exorbitant rates on insurance, and what they pay and what things cost.
Actually, if you look at employer insurance, that just is going up, and that's going up so that they can pay for the other people,
right?
The other programs. That's that whole thing. I saw a thing this morning on the way in here, walking past my TV in the office, and it was talking about the act that just passed and how it's going to, make things so much. They're talking about 40% decrease in, fuel, all this kind of stuff. And come to find out, there was already a 30% decrease happening automatically.
But they're riding that wave, aren't they?
So that act will give us 10% more.
Well, didn't I see Ding Dong?
Ding Dong.
Yeah, our commander in chief speak just the other day saying that he's repealing federal.
So disrespectful.
Oh, I can't help it. It's just who I am. Repeal the federal gas tax for a while.
Oh, really? How much is that?
I don't know.
10 cents?
Yeah, probably.
Well, why don't we repeal California's, which is
I saw it in a fleeting thing, and I thought, I'll go back and look at that. And then, squirrels happen, and I forgot.
I just focus on getting a better job, focus on saving money, focus on buying a house.
Budget.
Buy a house.
Yeah, buy a home. You
can always refinance later, and once you get into contract, lock that. Don't play with the market. There's greater downside than upside. Playing with the market.
There's an agent in my office that listed a piece of property on a fairly busy street, and so what? But I thought they priced it kind of high. She's got like 4 offers on that place already, and it's been on the market 2 days.
Wow.
So, and it smells like a dog. Well, but what I'm saying is things are selling.
Yeah, it's the price point, right?
Yeah.
And a busy street versus a non-busy street could be between $5,000 to $10,000 difference in a purchase price.
Yep.
If people don't understand how they appraise those things.
Oh, and homeowners, stop going to the city and asking for speed bumps to be put in on your street. If you think it's busy now, you're going to confirm that it's a busy street and a fast street, and you're going to lose $10,000 to $20,000 value overnight once the bumps go in.
Oh, really?
Don't do it.
Yeah, but and the city, I thought you had to, so the city will put speed bumps in.
If you get enough signatures and work hard on it.
Yeah. Well, you just ruined the street for everybody that lives there.
Exactly. And, I'm part of that, part of a neighborhood thing on Facebook and on Instagram. And I saw that the Meta, one of the neighborhood people said, hey, we need to get speed bumps on Sherwood. No, you don't need speed bumps on Sherwood, and they're not going to put speed bumps on Sherwood from Stanford to Briggsmore. So stop it.
Right. Do they have stops along the way, don't they?
They have stops. And we get a couple high school kids that will come through pretty fast, and some old people will come through pretty fast, but I think they probably just had a stroke and they didn't realize it.
Well, I just stand out there with the soccer ball and just
bounce it off
just throw it across in front of them and let them slam on their brakes.
Yep.
Oh, don't condone what I just said. Please don't do what I just said.
Oh, don't do this
Ed
at home,
Parcaut said to
kids.
do. Don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
Do it on a busy street away from home.
No, at our other place, our neighbor next door, they taught driving school.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And their kids were the worst.
Worst drivers, yeah.
And then they would play like tag, try to get me to stop when they come at me. And it's like, you're playing with the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, I got insurance.
And a bigger truck.
What are you going to do? Now the truth comes out. All right. Hey, thanks for being on the radio last weekend. Had a lot of great comments about it. And really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't get to hear it.
Hear what? The radio? That's okay. You can listen to the podcast.
No, I can't hear when I'm on there.
Oh.
I don't listen to myself.
You gotta listen.
That's a good thing.
No, you got to listen to yourself.
Oh, no.
Yes, you have
because I never know what's coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, dang it. Neither do we.
I just don't want to surprise myself and all the others.
Yeah, we don't know it either. That's the problem.
I remember when I first met one of my business partners, and I would say something, and he would kind of look, and he'd go, "Oh my, you just said that."
Yeah,
out loud.
Well, that's what's good about radio, because they're, they like that kind of stuff to a certain point.
Yeah, true.
And then I realized they didn't edit that word out that they should have.
Oh, the hockey stick one?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
I don't think that's that bad of a word.
Yeah, well, it's FCC.
It's in the Bible.
It's FCC.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
got to be careful.
It's
You
not
can't say shit and hell and other stuff like we can on here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit, hell.
That's right.
Now I know there's two words I could say.
Yeah, well, there's a lot more, but just be careful.
Oh,
we don't want to turn people.
We don't
off.
want to do George Carlin.
That's correct.
I love that.
Yeah,
that was a great skit.
He has a lot of great skits.
Well, everything. Yeah. It's too bad he's dead, man. It'd be interesting to see what he'd be doing now.
He would say the same stuff because nothing's changed. It's just gotten worse.
Well, he had great insights on the world and how the world was going, and he was able to put it in a comedic way.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed him.
Yeah. But again, thank you. And then this week we have a lady from Riverbank coming up, and we'll talk to her about what's going on and the plans and for the city of Riverbank.
That's going to be fun.
One.
That is going to be fun.
And if you remember, you guys can listen to it on 1360 AM, 12 to noon to 1 on Saturdays, and 10 to 11 on Sundays. And then we turn it into a podcast on Monday and also on the YouTube channel.
We turn into a podcast.
That's right. We upload. So that means you strip the video out of it and upload just that. Yeah, I was listening to it. It was seemed like on the second segment, there was a commercial on the stream. Like there's two different things. There's the stream, and then there's the live on the radio. And it was like when Mel came in and I said, what's the status of PG&E? All that first part didn't seem like it was there. It was on the radio, but for some reason it was on the stream.
Well, so, interesting.
Yep.
Mel sure is a pretty brilliant dude.
He's very smart.
Yeah.
Yep. And then what he does for cancer awareness and all that stuff
is amazing. Yeah. And the amount of money that his team in training is raised, and to be the top 5, top 10.
He's top in the nation, I thought.
Yeah, top in the nation. Little old Modesto.
That's right. Well, we care, we give. That's why it's a great talk about on the radio show about community, and it's very important.
Yep.
And we're going to actually start getting some of the politicians coming in a little bit. I don't know if I want to overdo it this time. We had a lot of things to go through in March to know who to vote for. So many, so many Republicans in one place, so many Democrats, and now it's down to Democrat, Republican, a few things.
Smaller field,
and most people are going to make their decision by
party.
Yeah,
sadly,
what they drink the night before the party they went to.
Yeah.
So it's not so important, but I'm trying to get a few in that maybe people haven't heard of, more.
Yeah, true.
But not a ton. Because we already did that, right? So the
Yeah.
ones, yeah. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
What a wonderful Monday.
Yep. Everybody make it great, and we will see you back on Wednesday.
Remember, go out there and buy and sell. And
That's
you need help, call Ed.
And call Mike. He's right there on the screen. You can't miss that number.
There I am.
And I'm Ed Parcaut everywhere.
Look, I'm right there.
Get their finger off that camera.